Hey everybody, this is Jeff with Whirlwind Family Farm. As we're here in midsummer, and of course here in Texas, we start to get that Saharan dust and here in central Texas. So it really is hot and we have that, the Saharan dust that comes over. So this is one of the difficult times of the year for us here at the farm as far as growing and heat. But I want to tell you about something not to do. It's a mistake that's easy to make early on when you start a market garden or a garden. And it's a mistake that my wife and I made with this particular garden early on. And mistakes like this can cost you time, valuable time, money, effort, even compost. So that's what I want to show you is what, take a quick look at this. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. As we're in the middle of summer, we've got tomatoes going. We've got a few radishes going here. We've got our onions and our cucumbers are starting to kind of get at the end of their cycle. But I think back when I get to this time of year, what is one of the key mistakes I made early on? And that's what we're going to take a look at real quickly. So what's the mistake? What's the thing that's going to save time and money and effort in any garden or anything? And the answer to that is don't overplant something. Whenever we started this garden several years ago, we were doing farmers market. So our thought was we're going to need as much as possible of each of these items to make sure that when we go to these markets, we're going to have plenty of produce. It's an easy mistake to make, and you can make this same decision if you're just growing for your family. You're like, well, I need a whole lot of this or a whole lot of parsley or a whole lot of radishes or onions or carrots, whatever it may be. But this particular mistake, as a great example, is with radishes. And I'll show you a picture. We'll take a picture of a look at this right now. Okay, see how nice that row looked. That was a 50-foot row. It's 30 inches wide. So that's a whole lot of radishes. And that was 4 across, 30 inches, 50 foot deep. So that was a bunch of radishes. Looked great, beautiful, as you could see in that picture. Really did, was a showcase for people to come and look at how pretty those radishes looked. But here's the problem. When we got 6-7 weeks into it and we were starting to harvest halfway down that 50-foot row, we started to get into radishes that were split, turned dark color, didn't have the same taste. Definitely something that we did not want to eat ourselves, much less take to our market or one of our farmers markets. So that was one of the mistakes that we made early on, was planting way too much. So what's the solution for having the right crop at the right time, the right product for the right market? And the answer is succession planting. Now you can call it whatever you want to. Staggering the time, staggering the dates. For example, these radishes were planted about 3 weeks ago. These were about a week ago. This group of radishes were planted about 3 weeks ago, and they're getting close to harvest time, as you can see, and so on. So whether it be carrots, radishes, onions, any of those crops that are one-time pick, such as carrots, you're going to pick those and that's going to be done. So you have to stagger those out for the need that you're going to have either for your family or, again, or for a farmer's market. So that's the key to getting that timing down. And as you do it, you'll start to learn, okay, I'm not going to have a 50-foot row full of radishes or full of carrots or full of onions. I'm going to maybe have half of it planted on this week. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to have a whole new group planted. So it'll be able to meet your needs. So that's a solution that's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Now you've seen our mistake of overplanting, putting too much down in a row with not enough time to harvest it, getting a product at its peak when it looks its best into the market or just for your family to consume. It's a mistake that we hope that we made for you and something that you don't have to do, because it's a lot less expensive for you if you don't repeat the mistake that we made. So we hope that helps. Remember, the key is to keep track, whether you use a spreadsheet, write it down on a calendar, put it in notes on your phone. However you do it, find that way that's most efficient for you to be able to keep track of exactly when that succession planting is to take place. Hope that helps. Again, we appreciate when you like, subscribe, and certainly hit that bell for notification. It helps our channel and we appreciate it so much. And also we appreciate your comments because there's a lot of good comments out there from those growers, those gardeners that have been doing this for a long time and have a lot of great wisdom that you can pass on to all of us. Thanks again from Whirlwind Family Farm. Talk to you soon.